The undefeated Florida Gators are still #1, but Tim Tebow's injury, the concussion, heard round the football world. And Florida's NFL teams 1 for 9. And South Florida Bulls are for real at the expense of Florida State. All of that on Game Face from FLSportsFan.com with our good friend Gary Fineout, the sports addict. Gary, let's start with Tebow, the most serious injury to the Heisman winner. What's it going to do to Florida's chances, and where is he in his recovery?
Well, I mean, we now got speculation that he'll be back in time for LSU, which is good. I mean, I think it's going to help them to get him back on the field. But I think what this says, Ron, is what I've always been warning about this spread offense. It leaves the quarterback vulnerable. And the question that you have going forward is Tebow going to play tentative in the future, or is he going to go out there and play the same way he's always played?
Well, this backup, John Brantley, is a very accomplished quarterback, though he hasn't started that many games. Did a solid job in mop-up for Tebow, and no doubt he could start at LSU and probably win. Different kind of game plan for the Gators if that happens.
Well, I think, once again, I think the issue is that what kind of offense are they going to run? Are they going to go to a more pass-oriented offense that now they have a different quarterback in place? And then the question is, like I said, how's Tebow going to react when he gets back out there? Is it going to be like nothing happened? Or is he going to think, oh, when's the next hit coming?
Come on, Gary. Tim Tebow will play against LSU. He'll beat LSU, and he'll be the same Superman we've always known. Let's talk about the University of South Florida Bulls. 4-0, they come up to Tallahassee, first time ever to play FSU, and frankly, shellacked and embarrassed the Seminoles.
Well, yeah, I mean, embarrass is the operative word here. It's just this FSU team is just really hard to figure out. I mean, they're schizoid. I mean, they put on a spectacular performance.
Schizoid? That's a bit harsh, don't you think?
Well,
for a football team?
Well, the point is that for once, the defense played good enough for FSU to win, which is not what we had seen against Miami. And so you think, okay, everything's in control. But the offense just couldn't get it going. Now, I mean, to me, it's clear there's things going on behind the scenes. I think the comments that offensive coordinator Jimbo Fisher made this week suggest that there may be a division in that locker room and on that team, and maybe that's affecting your performance.
Well, 2 wins, 2 losses kind of tanks the Florida State season, don't you think?
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, well, they can still play for the ACC championship. You know, they're still theoretically in the running for that. And then, of course, there's always that game against Florida, which for the fans is the biggest one on the schedule.
Well, getting back into the top 25, though, would be a difficult goal this season if they lose even one more game. Let's move, though, to the NFL, where, again, excuse me, 1-9. Hope you stay awake during this part of the program. How about the Jaguars coming through, winning a big one on the road?
The Jaguars, a solid offensive performance this week. I mean, you know, we'll see where they're going forward. Interestingly enough, they have to play Tennessee this weekend. I'm anxious to see how that's going to be. Tennessee's 0-3. So I think the Jaguars, at least, they've got some life. What's going on with the Fins and the Bucks?
Here's the best news for people in a tough economy. You could show up at any of these stadiums for a home game and pick up tickets below face value. No one's scalping Dolphins, Bucks, and Jaguars tickets this season. Good news for consumers in a tough economy. Chad Pennington's injury, what's that going to do to the Dolphins?
I think that's a big deal. I mean, they've made a move to get another quarterback, but I'm not sure Chad Henne is going to be able to come in and prove himself to get a lot of wins for this team. The season was already looking bad. It's gone to worse. And you just got to feel for Chad Pennington. This is the 3rd time he's hurt that shoulder. And I think for the Dolphins, Ron Brown and Ricky Williams can't get it done by themselves. They need to be able to pass the ball. They need those receivers to do something.
They don't have that long bomb threat in a receiver right now. Ted Ginn Jr. hasn't broken through yet. But how about this? Bill Parcells. If the Dolphins have a mediocre season, does he bail and walk away with all those millions he gets anyway? Does he hang in there until he's molded them into a winner? What do you think?
Well, I mean,
I think take the money and go, Bill.
He might. I mean, I think he's put a really good mark on this team. This team is loads better than it was a couple of years ago. But I mean,
0-3.
But still,
I bleed for the Dolphins. But come on, Gary, 0-3 is 0-3.
But here's the thing that's hanging over his head, Ron. The thing that's hanging over their head is the fact that they could have drafted Matt Ryan last year and they didn't.
Well, there's that. And we're going to save our penalty flag this week because the Bucks stop here. Oh, Tampa Bay Bucks. Oh, woe is you. But don't they have a record that's intact thanks to the Detroit Lions' surprising win?
Well, Detroit, yes. So Tampa Bay still gets to go down in NFL history as the biggest loser ever. The problem is that when will they win the next game this year. I mean, we just don't know. It's just been a litany of horrors ever since the offseason. Every decision has led to another bad decision, and I just don't know when it's going to get better.
Well, 1-9, we could be 1 for 12 after this weekend. We'll see. Still, here's hoping your favorite teams win. Thanks to our good friend Gary Fineout, the Sports Addict. Go to flsportsfan.com for updates on all your favorite pro and college teams in Florida, and we'll see you next time.